Welcome to Engage Math, Lesson 22, Problem 4, where we are trying to find the domain of a rational expression. Keep in mind that domain means the possible x values. So we have to think of one of our fundamental rules in math, and that is you cannot have 0 in your denominator. Dividing by 0 is undefined. So one way to remember that, if you ever forget, is to think, no, you cannot have 0 in your denominator. But it is okay to have 0 in your numerator because that's equal to 0. But right now we're looking for an x value that breaks the rule. So in other words, what value of x would give us 0 in our denominator? So if you want, you can either look at it and kind of think about it, but one thing I like to do is to actually write it out and say x plus 7 can't be equal to 0, which means x can't be equal to -7. So the domain is every real number except -7. Okay, so now let's go to the next problem, and this is a light bulb problem. It's a little bit trickier, but once again, the denominator can't be 0. The numerator, we don't care if that's 0, so we don't have to say -5 can't be x. And -5 is okay. It's okay if the numerator is 0. But we know that x can't be equal to 0 because if x was 0, the entire denominator would become 0. So that's one of our values that x cannot be. The other is that 2x minus 9 cannot be equal to 0 because if 2x minus 9 was 0, the entire denominator would be equal to 0. So this time we're going to solve for x, and we have 2x cannot be equal to 9. So when we divide both sides by 2, we're going to get x cannot be equal to 9 over 2. So for this one, all real numbers except 0 and 9/2. Those are the two values of x that we cannot have in our domain. All right, thanks for joining us at Engage Math. See you next time.